Oh, I know what that is. That was all that dynamite that just blew up right now. Let's combine. Okay. Alright, so back to what I was talking about before that boss. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like, I could have just done that where, like, I just play a game.
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can.
Yeah, as I was saying, so you know, honestly, I could have just done that.
Verifica la presión de esa válvula. ¿Y tú? Aquí. ¿Terminaste? ¿Viste algo? No hay problema.
Damn. Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
Mira, llénalos de pólvora. Ahí está.
That's what I call backup.
The name's Mike. You looking for firepower, you come to the right place.
Damn, finally I get some backup. Took him long enough. And I'm glad I don't have to fight all those guys. For a quick moment I thought, ah crap, there's no way I have to actually fight all these guys, but good news is I don't. As I was saying for like the third time now, I guess. You know how easy it would have been for me to just like boot up a game and boot up OBS and just record myself playing and like that's it. Like it would be super easy. But the thing is, like, you know, considering that YouTube has been around for, at this point, like over 20 years now, and, you know, a lot of gamers had the idea of, like, doing gameplay on YouTube, and then eventually they moved on to Twitch. At this day and age, I just feel like if I really wanted to have a YouTube channel, I keep hearing it. People say like you have to find something to make yourself stand out. Now, I'm not thinking about like I said, I'm not thinking about becoming like viral or anything like that, so I don't. Damn it. Yeah, like my goal isn't to become viral or anything like that, so. Oh, he took care of him. Oh wow. I didn't even notice this was right here. Yeah, cause like, you know, I think I heard someone say like recently, like if you wanted to be a streamer, choosing to like not have like a face cam or even doing something like a VTuber is not gonna get you far, because like, you know, there's the fact that nowadays, like a lot of streamers, they use that because it's a way to kind of, I guess it's a way for like streamers to have some sort of like personal connection to their, some sort of like personal connection to their viewers, because if not, then all they're looking at is just like a blank screen and they don't know who they're looking at, right? Or who they're watching. Now, personally, like I do agree with that statement, that person that I heard them say that. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, it just depends on, I think it just depends. Yeah, I think it just depends on who you are and like what kind of audience do you want and what your goals are. Because like I said, me, I'm not thinking about becoming some big time like internet star. I'm just kind of doing this just for fun, you know, play games and maybe like build like a small community. Nothing too crazy, like I don't really care if Oh my god. Wait, what? Alright, it took you long enough, dude. What? That killed me? Oh my god. Yep, back to doing this again, I guess. Alright, we could skip that.
Ready.
So, you know, right now I don't, well, okay, a couple of reasons why I don't really show my face. Aside from the fact that I don't really care about being famous, so I feel like I don't really need to. But, you know, I kind of also want to be like what's his name? I know there's some famous like streamers that were able to do their faces. Now, I'm not saying I'm as good as them. Like the only one that the few that come to mind are like Corpse Husband and who was the other guy? H2 Delirious from the Vanoss crew. I know they don't show their faces, or like they've never shown their faces, and yet they do have a huge following. Now I think that's really more a testament to like their personality, and I mean I'm not saying I have a striking personality as they do, but I mean, I don't know. To me, honestly, too, because, like, keep in mind, I grew up in like during the golden age of YouTube, especially for like gaming, right? And back then, a lot of like gaming channels didn't really do the face cam thing. That was really more of a that was really something that kind of arose during like Twitch. During like when Twitch started getting more popular as a gaming as a gaming site and whatnot. But before that, like a lot of gamers on YouTube never showed their faces, and if I gotta be honest, to me, I've always kind of like the illusion of not knowing who I was who was like behind the camera, because all you would hear is their voice, and you would hear like you would only hear their voice and just the things they would say, and that's really all you had to go off of, right? Like that's all you knew of said person. And to me, I gotta be honest, sometimes I felt like hearing or seeing like the face of the person that I have been watching, like hearing their voice so many times, was kind of a bit of like a shock, because in my mind I was just like, wow, they did not look the way I imagined. And then you like talking about that, like it kind of reminded me of like that whole Dream situation where Dream never showed his face, and then like he showed his face, and everyone had something to say about it, and there was like a whole like debacle behind it and whatnot. I don't really remember the details, but to me, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I want to show my face, because one, I don't actually use a monitor. My PC is not plugged to a monitor. It's plugged to my TV in the living room. So there's that. I can't really like set up a webcam on my TV. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know. It just wouldn't look that. I just don't think it would look that good. And then secondly, yeah, and then there's the fact that I don't even own a webcam. I don't want to buy a webcam just for that. And another thing is that like I've always been very self-conscious about the way I look. So I really don't need to be judged by the internet on how I look. The people who know me, they know what I look like, but I don't really, that's just me. I don't really need the internet to make opinions about how I look, nor do I even want to invite them to do it. So like that's why I don't do it. And then also like, I don't know, I kind of, like I said, I grew up during like that age of YouTube where gamers didn't really show their face, so I'm just kind of like a reflection of what I grew up with. Hey dude, can you please like shoot this tower for me, please? I need a heal. What do you mean take cover? Better not blow this thing. Alright, there you go. Bro, you took your sweet time. Here I was trying to like waiting for you to take care of this guy. I finally get to where he's at, and that's when you decide, oh yeah, I could take care of him now. Damn, I got a yellow herb. Yeah, at this point this would have to be for Ashley. That is, even if we still even like we'll have a section with Ashley. Cause I feel like at this point we gotta be like close to the end of the game. So I don't know. Yeah, so that's another reason I kind of want to keep up that mystery. You know, like, are you guys wondering what I look like? You'll never know. Ha 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 ha. I don't know. I mean, I won't say never. It could possibly happen in the future, but at least right now, I'm cool with just this format. And then, like, yeah, like I said, in terms of the talking and whatnot, believe me, it would be easier for me to just kind of like shut up and not say anything and just play. And I'm pretty sure there would be people who would love that. But then the question would be, what would I, at that point, like, how would I be different from the other millions of like walkthroughs where people don't say anything? You know? Like, I'm already behind everyone else because, you know, like, you have people who have already played these games and done like walkthroughs years prior. Yeah, like years prior. So what the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. About to hit me. No, I'm gonna have to pull this out, aren't I? There you go. Just because he wasn't flinching with the shotgun, so it's like, if he's not flinching with the shotgun, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something else. Could also use like the billions of flash grenades I have to like take care of him. Yeah, so at that point, like I said, I would need to do something to differentiate myself. I know even what I'm doing now is like the bare minimum. But I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at. And so far so good. Like, you know, I'm pretty happy with like the numbers I've been seeing with some of the videos. Like, I have, as of right now, I have like 300 subscribers, which to me is pretty impressive by my standards. And like even now, like when I post videos, I notice that I get much more like views shortly after I post videos than when I first started. Cause I think when I first started, I would get like what, maybe like 1 or 2 people, if anything, like watching my videos like shortly after I posted them, and now I get like at least like 20 people watching like shortly after I view them, and to me, like, I'm really happy with that. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not really doing this to get famous. And if you guys like watching me, then you know what? Then, oh shit. Yeah, if you guys like watching me, well, yeah, if you guys really like watching me, all I can say is like thank you for your support, and I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, like, I will continue making my content for you guys. Like, I'm not out here trying to just make it big, and if it's like, oh, I only have 2 people, like, alright, whatever. Like, that's still 2 people that want to watch me and like what I do. So I will cater to those 2 people. That's why I've already said that, like I would consider streaming. I mean, the only thing with streaming is that I just feel like if I'm gonna stream, like, I would like to at least have a bit of a fan base, because once you do streaming, I feel like streaming is something that you would really only do if you already have somewhat of a fan base. You wouldn't really do it if you're trying to make a fan base, because let's be real, like, when you guys go on Twitch, how many of you guys watch whatever, like, any of like the channels that Twitch recommends to you? Because I can tell you, I don't really do that, just because, like, to me it's like, oh, I don't really care. Oh, they're playing this game that, yeah, like, they're playing this game that I like, I mean, why wouldn't I just watch one of the other streamers? Whereas, like, I don't know, like on YouTube, I guess it's a little different. I don't know. I know I'm saying a lot and and whatnot. I think at this point I should just kind of like go back and focus to all the carnage that's going around me. Oh, this dude has a helmet. Is that the end? Anyways, I don't know why I got into that whole thing. I guess just that, I guess it was just talking about Ada, and then talking about how that's just my opinion, and yeah, you know, that's how I am sometimes when I have conversations with people. Like, I have a conversation, like, I could be talking about one thing with someone, and then they say something or I say something that completely segues to a whole nother conversation. And then next thing you know, like, you do like 3 or 4 different segues, and then by the time you're done talking about whatever it is you're talking about, you're like, wait, so how did we get here? And then you realize, like, you segue like so many different times. So, yeah. Anyways, I guess let's just get back to the carnage, shall we? All this crazy stuff that's going on around us. Let's see here. Magnum ammo, nice. Take cover, why? There's no treasure here, right? No.
Swiped him clean, yeah.
Alright, let's keep on going. I still have my helicopter support, my air support. It doesn't look like it.
Take cover!
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
Mike! I'll make sure you're the next to go, Sadler.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sadler, you bastard!
It's nothing to get all upset about. Don't tell me you've never swatted a bothersome fly. In essence, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Insects' life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite out of my body.
I wish you luck.